Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you terrific content.
Larry, we come to you from a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls with an 11th on the way in 2020. Yes, we are in beautiful Miami, Florida. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 6 yards to go here on second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Their big-bodied receiver. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
We've got a 3rd and 11, and some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. On 3rd down, Winston. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That was was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
On first down, Drake, and he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. He was a third-round pick, not rounds 1 or 2, but this franchise, they think he can be something with time.
There were a few teams that thought he would go in the first round, late in the first round. He ends up sliding to the third. So a lot of teams think now maybe this group got a steal. They've got a chance to have a really good player here if he can develop.
Really, it's a solid draft class from a year ago. They were able to address some key weak spots on their team and fill in some holes.
And they were able to identify the players that...
Josh Dotson! And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
3rd and long for Winston. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take... They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And throw right side complete to Parker. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Ready, blue ready.
On second down, it's Drake. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And Bullock will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him...
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. touchdown. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I've got to figure out how to slow this guy down, because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Second down, Winston. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Working out of the gun, Winston. He dumps it off to Drake. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Back now with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Shifts past him and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Back to Drake. Oh, the spin. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Now Drake. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down following the run. They They stay on the ground with Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs went to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Good use of the pass there to pick up the 1st down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for them.
1st down, Winston. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. They come out here in the eye. Counter play, Drake. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive linemen and control them. And what I love about the good defensive tackles, they can play over the guards, they can slide and play over the center. Nobody in the offense likes that day when they have to deal with those guys.
So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
On the give, this is Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Jameis to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Winston. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards there and a 1st down. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Surveying the field. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Third down, 15 yards still needed.
Let's go deep. 280. 280.
3rd and long for Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and now it's 4th down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Looking to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a handoff looking right. And he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Their big tight end in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he will. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 4 down, check. 4 down.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
Double tight. 4 down, check.
And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Dolphins looked great last.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll come out in the pistol. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a handoff for Drake. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the 3rd quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down, 9 yards to go.
I got number 80. I got number 80.
Second down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Jameis to throw it. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A gain of 32 that time.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does the defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way. Looks like they wanted to stay in attack mode after breaking off that nice chunk on their first play. They've decided to heave it downfield on this one.
Yeah, that first play, though, successful. Try number 2, unsuccessful. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll buy some time right. That is caught at the 7. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Their big tight end. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jets defense as they ready themselves. They're just hoping for more of the same. Last time they forced the punt that led to a score. They flipped the field, essentially. And that's what you want to do as a defense. Make sure that you put your offense in a great position to run their offense and put the ball in the end zone. And that's exactly what they accomplished. And they accomplished that last time. What will they accomplish this go-around? Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll get it to Drake, running left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off. Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game. Now Jameis on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective. What's that? That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack. Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging. A little tapestry, if you will. Ooh, I like it. Now Winston. And this is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half. And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out in your midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great. There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 31 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game. Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
They'll look to throw here. That's complete right around the 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
His pass caught at the 4. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now they send a man in motion right. Now back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here we go. Over. Let's go. Green, Detroit.
Back to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They come up in an offset eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. And that score will do it. He is now the most prolific touchdown rusher of all time.
When they always talk about a runner who has a nose for the end zone, this player exemplifies that statistic. And now it's been quantified. The all-time touchdown rushing record in the NFL.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The first down throw for Winston. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. The 2nd down throw for Winston. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away. But oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Ready. Blue ready.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
False start, offense.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Another pistol look here. Play fake. Winston. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A long way to go for the offense here on 3rd down.
You're on an island over there. Single receiver. Ready. Back.
3rd and long for Winston. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Miami. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And New York set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. 23 yards on the play. Let's discuss now this performance as it relates to the last one. You know, a week ago, and we saw it. Some pinpoint accuracy. He's displaying that again.
That was a fun film session for us, wasn't it? Able to kick back and watch him work. And what we saw was a confident leader, a guy in control, making excellent throws at times. And he's brought that with him in this ball game as well. And I'm starting to think that he's starting to feel like, yeah, I've got this thing down pat. And I think the team will come along with him. And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it's 1st down, New York.
Into the 4th quarter now. The offense has got to feel like they've imposed their will and kind of taken the life out of the defense. And you can see it from the perspective of the guy carrying the football. Those holes have to look huge. Similar to a great hitter. Seeing a ball come into the plate and he's in the zone. The ball looks like a beach ball to him. He's just smacking it over the wall. Now what you're seeing is a runner whose eyes are wide open, and he's envisioning a goal line.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
They were stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And with that, we sign off from Miami.